Ever imagined putting out a fire with sound? Fact 1. Sound can extinguish a fire. Here are 15 facts that you probably didn't know. Welcome to the world of acoustic fire extinguishment. This technique, as fascinating as it sounds, is not just a figment of science fiction but a reality. Here's where the magic happens. The technique relies on the principle of acoustic levitation. Sounds like a fancy term, right? But it's merely the ability of sound waves to manipulate matter. These sound waves, when used correctly, can suppress and extinguish flames. It's quite a spectacle of science and technology working hand in hand. But remember, this is a complex process and requires precise conditions. Fact 2. The Great Pyramid of Giza has 8 sides. At first glance, one could easily mistake the Great Pyramid of Giza for a 4-sided structure, but it's time to shed some light on its true shape. This iconic monument, which has stood the test of time for over 4 millennia, holds a little-known secret. It actually has 8 sides, not 4. But don't rush to book your flight to Egypt just yet. This 8-sided phenomenon is only visible under specific lighting conditions at certain times of the year. As the sun casts its rays, a subtle concavity on each face of the pyramid becomes noticeable, revealing its octagonal nature. So, next time you're gazing at an image of this ancient wonder, remember it's not as square as it seems. Who knew geometry could be so deceptive? Guess how many cells an average adult human body contains? Hint. Now, if you're imagining a number that's astronomically high, you're on the right track. Fact 3. The average adult human body contains around 37.2 trillion cells. That's trillion with a T. From the cells that make up our skin, to the ones that form our bones, to the ones that help us think and feel, that's a staggering number of cells working in harmony. And here's another tidbit to blow your mind. Fact 4. Each of those cells contains about 2 meters of DNA, so if you were to uncoil all the DNA in your body and line it up, it could reach to the sun and back, multiple times. That's a lot of cells working together to keep us functioning. Who do you think has the higher IQ, Marilyn Monroe or Albert Einstein? Now you might be thinking it's a no-brainer, right? But get ready to have your mind blown. When it comes to the battle of the brains, it's the blonde bombshell, Marilyn Monroe, who takes the crown. Fact 5. Marilyn Monroe, the Hollywood superstar known for her beauty and acting skills, had a higher IQ than Albert Einstein, the man synonymous with the word genius. Monroe's reported IQ was around 168, surpassing Einstein's estimated 160. It's a fascinating reminder that intelligence comes in many forms and can be found where we least expect it. Ever wish you could sleep while flying? Fact 6. Frigate birds can sleep while flying. These incredible avian adventurers have the ability to catch some shut-eye even while they're soaring high above the ocean waves. This isn't your typical snooze fest though. Frigate birds engage in what's known as unihemispheric slow-wave sleep. This means that one half of their brain is asleep while the other half remains awake and alert, allowing them to maintain flight and avoid mid-air obstacles. Imagine being able to rest and rejuvenate without ever having to stop or slow down. Frigate birds have mastered the art of multitasking, taking the term power nap to a whole new level. They truly embody the phrase, "I'll sleep when I'm dead," don't they? Talk about a real-life autopilot. Fact 7. Humans exhale fat. When we talk about weight loss, the first thing that generally comes to mind is diet and exercise. But what if I told you that the simple act of breathing plays a significant role in this process? Here's how it works. When our bodies metabolize fat, the majority of it is converted into carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is then exhaled through our lungs every time we breathe. It's a fascinating biological process that happens without us even realizing it. To put it in perspective, about 84% of the fat that is lost from our bodies is exhaled as carbon dioxide. Whenever you're out for a brisk walk or even just sitting and reading a book, remember that with every breath you take, you're quite literally breathing out fat. Actor Nicolas Cage is known for his eccentricities, but did you know he once owned a pet octopus? Fact 8. Nicolas Cage, acclaimed for his versatile acting skills and unconventional movie choices, once owned an octopus named Octavia. Octavia wasn't just any pet. An octopus is known for its intelligence and problem-solving abilities, adding another layer of intrigue to Cage's choice, not to mention the sheer novelty of owning such an unusual creature. Cage even claimed that observing Octavia helped him with his acting performances. Whether it was for companionship, inspiration, or a testament to his eccentricity, Cage's ownership of Octavia certainly adds an intriguing chapter to his life story. It just goes to show that life can be as strange as fiction, especially when you're Nicolas Cage. Well, that's certainly a unique choice of pet. Fact 9. Electric eels are not actually eels, surprise. Now don't let the name fool you because it's a bit of a misnomer. These fascinating creatures, known for their electrifying abilities, are not true eels. They are in fact a species of knife fish. Now you might be wondering how such a mistake could be made. Well, it all boils down to appearances. With their elongated bodies and slippery scales, it's easy to see why one might mistake them for eels. However, when you delve a little deeper, you'll find that these creatures share a stronger kinship with catfish and carp. Fact 10. Your ears continue to grow throughout your life. This isn't some old wives' tale, it's scientific fact. Our ears are always on a slow and steady growth spurt, a phenomenon known as presbycusis. It's a fancy term that refers to age-related changes in the ears. While the rest of our body might be done growing, our ears have decided to be the overachievers of the body. They just keep going, although the rate of growth does tend to slow down with age. But don't worry, it's not as if you'll be walking around with Dumbo-like appendages in your twilight years. The change is subtle, but it's happening. It's just one of those fascinating quirks of human biology. So the bigger the ears, the wiser the person maybe? Barnacles have an interesting love life to say the least. Fact 11. Barnacles are hermaphroditic. Now what does this mean? Well, each barnacle is equipped with both male and female reproductive organs. Quite the party, wouldn't you say? But here's the twist. Even though they have all the necessary equipment for self-fertilization, barnacles usually can't do it. Now why is that, you might wonder? Well, they prefer to keep things social. You see, barnacles are fixed in place, they can't move around to find a mate. So, they rely on cross-fertilization with their neighbors. Yes, that's right, they reach out to their next-door barnacles for a little help in the reproduction department. It's a fascinating system and one that keeps the genetic diversity of the barnacle population high. Talk about the importance of good neighbors, right? Moving from the sea to the world of academia, did you know that Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire? Fact 12. Oxford University, established in the 12th century, predates the Aztec Empire, which was founded in the 14th century. Now that's a mind-blowing fact. This not only highlights the long-standing tradition of education at Oxford, but is also a testament to the enduring legacy of one of the world's oldest universities. So Oxford University has been around for quite some time, hasn't it? It's been educating minds and shaping history before the Aztecs even had an empire to call their own. Now that's what we call a blast from the past. From ancient academia, let's travel inside the human body for our 13th fact. Ever heard of the hyoid bone? It's quite unique. This small horseshoe-shaped bone is located in the neck, nestled between the chin and the thyroid cartilage. Fact 13. Unlike the rest of the bones in our bodies, the hyoid doesn't articulate or join with any other bones. Instead, it's connected to muscles of the tongue and throat, making it an unsung hero in our daily lives. It aids in swallowing and speech, playing a crucial role in our ability to communicate and eat. So, the next time you're enjoying a meal or having an engaging conversation, spare a thought for the hyoid bone, the little bone that could. Moving from the unsung hero of our bodies, the hyoid bone, to a quirky and lesser-known part of our anatomy. Fact 14. You have an anatomical snuff box. You must be wondering, snuff box? Really? Yes, indeed. This is a triangular-shaped depression located on the dorsal side of the hand near the base of the thumb. It got its peculiar name because, in the olden days, people used to place snuff, a form of powdered tobacco, in this depression before inhaling it. Quite a unique use, isn't it? Today, however, it's a bit more practical and serves as a landmark for medical professionals during physical examinations. Fact 15. There is a plant that is reminiscent of a snake. The star of our next segment is as intriguing as it sounds. The cobra plant. Native to North America, this plant is a true testament to nature's adaptability and diversity. Its special feature? Tubular leaves with hooded openings reminiscent of a rearing cobra ready to strike. But these plants don't bite, they trap. These hooded openings attract unsuspecting insects which, once inside, become disoriented and fall into a pool of digestive enzymes. Yes, this plant is carnivorous. It's a real-life manifestation of the survival of the fittest. So, whenever you're out in the wild, keep an eye out for the cobra plant, nature's own little hunter. Wow, that was a lot of mind-blowing facts. We hope you enjoyed these mind-blowing facts as much as we enjoyed sharing them with you. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more.